Hi, everyone. Welcome to Ask Allie. I hope we are connecting at a great time in your life. So this week I got a question sent to me, and the question was, how can I stay loyal to myself when I'm caught in a double bind or when I feel I'm between a rock and a hard place? Well, that was an excellent question, I have to say, because I think that happens quite a bit to us in our lives. We are making commitments, hopefully to ourselves, but we're also making commitments to other people that we care about. And there are times when they start to conflict, right? A choice has to be made, and they're both difficult choices. And so, what do we do so that we maintain our integrity and stay in connection to who we are, and at the same time, be of service to other people that we love? And I came up with a couple of different things that I would like you to consider. So, one is that before you make any decision, you should be connecting to your values because your values are actually a very healthy place to create boundaries from, right? So, if somebody asks you to do something or to be involved in something that goes against your value, it seems like the answer would be a pretty simple no, right? Yeah. And so once you have gone to that one, the next one would be to trust your intuition. Because if we start to listen to that little voice within ourselves, we're going to find our truth very, very quickly. We tend to ignore it. We tend to push it aside. But I have found that the more I practice listening to that part of me, the more the answers to the questions that I have about myself and about what I want to do in life come easier. So trust that gut feeling. Sometimes it might give you an answer you don't want. That happened to me recently that I asked a gut question and it came back with a big no, and I wanted it to be a big yes. But in the end, it always works out in your best interest. And then finally, prioritize now. Once you know it's within your value system, that your gut is saying, yep, it's okay to make either one of those decisions. The next thing you need to do is prioritize by need. And what I mean by that is if the if the question uh, puts someone else above you, but you really need to prioritize yourself. For instance, let's say someone asks you if you could take them to the doctor, but you already have a really important meeting that is something you can't miss because if you do, it could change a lot of things in your life. Then even though you want to support this person, you would have to say no, right? What if it was, I made a plan to go to the movies with a friend, and we had the whole date set, it was a total agreement, and then my daughter called, and she is sick, or she needs something from me. Well, my first priority will always be to my daughter. And so I would have to disappoint my friend and make it up to them at another time. But if they're truly my friend, they will understand, right? So the priority becomes my daughter. So to me, there's almost a hierarchy of priorities. Like it's you and spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, you to yourself, you to your spouse or partner, you to your children, you to your friends, and you to your colleagues. And when you think of it that way, it makes it easier to decide when a conflict, when you find yourself between a rock and a hard place, can be more easily decided on without hurting too many people and not being disloyal to yourself. So that is Ask Allie's answer for this week. I look forward to next week. And remember, you can just DM me if you have a question and or email me. And I am happy to answer. And if I don't know the answer, I will find it. Okay. Till next week, as always, live easy and be kind to yourself.